I don't even remember how I got started, except I always thought that cows were cute. I started getting all these cows from people because I was buying little cow trinkets and things, and you know, as soon as someone finds out you're into something, you have hundreds and hundreds of them. But I wanted to kind of one-up it because there were hundreds of cow pot holders and teacups and all this kind of stuff. So I went after the fine art cows. I bought the cow that's in the backyard there by the barn that's made out of farm implements. I just really tried to find unique pieces. So I had collected all of this art, and I thought, I don't know what I can do next. And so when I bought the farm 16 years ago, I thought, now I can add the ultimate piece to my collection. And it was Frankie, may he rest in peace, my first cow. I chose Frankie, a brown Swiss, because my great aunt told me, when I told her that I was going to buy a cow, she said, you have to get a brown Swiss. They are the sweetest natured cows. A lot of people were afraid of Frankie because he was huge, but I had him from 3 days old. He was just like a lamb. He was so gentle. They loved him, but we're a little intimidated from size. So I started doing some research, and I remember thinking it would be so cool if they had a miniature cow. I found them, and I just thought it would be really neat if people could kind of perpetuate their love for the cows and realize that they were really sweet animals. I thought people would love to have cows as pets if they were more manageable in size. I know people love cows.
I thought you must be crazy. I never heard of miniature cows. What would anybody want with a miniature cow? A breeder out west, they came up with the idea. One of the main reasons they did it, not only to have cows on a farm, smaller cows, but out west they use them in a 4-H club for bull riding to give the young kids a start. So there's a couple breeders out there. Our particular herd are 6 generations bred down. They're bred down from Zebu and Texas Longhorn and Dexter.
So in 2006, the Sanders purchased 6 calves.
They're pretty pleasant. The key to making them really people-friendly is to bottle feed them ourselves. So we, after about 3 days, start to bottle feed them. They're bottle fed for about 60 days. So before they bond with humans, we pat them, touch them, and then they become very friendly. So their temperament is very good.
You can hand feed them, and a lot of people, I think they're going to be smelly, and they're not, or that they're going to charge after them, and they don't do any of that. So it's really neat to see them interact, and they're not just some dumb animal, you know, and they have personalities. Everyone's a little different. You can't resist that nose. The nose is kind of moist, and those big eyes, and their teeth are hysterical. They only have teeth on the bottom, but they come out right out of the womb with teeth.
They're about 36 inches tall, and the females weigh about 350 to 400 pounds because they have to carry the calves. The bulls go anywhere from 250 to 300 pounds.
Some people think that they're the size of poodles, and they're not, and some people are just amazed. But to get a really good perspective of how small they are, you put them next to our beloved Frankie. We still have Quincy. He's an Ayrshire. He's a standard. But comparing them to that is helpful.
Here, Clarice! Here, Clarice! We decided to give them some old-fashioned names. Ida, Claire, and Lulu. And then the head bull and the head cow we named after the original owners of our farm. They were the Smiths, so he went by Smitty, she went named Thelma. Then we've also named some after people who have helped us when the calves were born. Our neighbor Josh, we named one after, and my nephew, our nephew, Michael. That's how we came up with some of the names.
Here, Claire. Here, come here. Come here. There's Claire. Come here, Ida. She's always been real shy.
They have had 12 calves since starting their breeding program.
Our first calf went to Colorado Springs to a petting zoo called Wishing Star Farm. They had about 100 animals, and they would have kids out for picnics and birthday parties and stuff like that. Second place was Palm Harbor, Florida, where it was an attorney who had about 4 or 5 acres of land. He had some miniature goats and miniature donkeys. All of our 2009 calves went to Burlington, Indiana, where there was a petting farm there also. And we also have one down here in Milford, which is just about 5 miles from here. We do have two at the Cincinnati Zoo. So they're at the petting zoo up there. The zoo contacted us earlier this year and was interested in getting a couple of bull calves, and we delivered them in February. The zoo was expanding their petting area for the children's zoo, so they've made really good pets for the zoo.
At the zoo, we use our miniature cows as an outreach animal. We take them out into the park, we walk them around, we let the public come up and get close up and personal, touching them. Most people don't even know what a cow is.
That's not a goat, that's a cow.
It's a cow. Herman the miniature cow is located in the children's zoo. He lives up here with the alpacas and the sheep and the goats and the chickens. And he's up in the barnyard area so people can learn about farm animals. Herman is a handful. He is just like a big dog. A lot of personality, wants to be with you, wants to play. He gets into everything. As far as I know, at Cincinnati Zoo, I think we're the only ones that have miniature cows. We all kind of look at each other. They all might be looking for miniature cows now.
I think it's a great animal because it's unique. I mean, how many people really have a pet cow? So I think as we sell more and more of them, it's just a unique animal to have in with other miniature animals.
I think that they also kind of represent a piece of rural Americana that's rapidly being eaten alive. And so it makes it more manageable, and it's just really neat to look out in your yard and see a cow. They just always make people smile when they come out, the children. It just puts you in a different frame of mind to be around a cow.